GDP in Nigeria is expected to reach 440 billion US dollars by the end of 2021, according to Trading Economics Global Macro Models and analysts' expectations. In the long term, the Nigeria GDP is projected to trend around 450 billion US dollars in 2023, according to our econometric models. What opportunities abound for the budding female entrepreneur? Business Resilience Assistance for Value-Adding Enterprises, Brave Women, is a multi-country initiative to scale up women-owned or led small and medium-scale enterprises. Brave Women program started in Yemen and now operational in Nigeria and also running in Burkina Faso. The Nigeria program is focusing on increasing the economic opportunities for female entrepreneurs in targeted value chains like agriculture, textile, energy, health, and education. With a matching grant facility and business coaching support of 600 small and medium-sized businesses, 500 women-led SMEs, 20 to 30 lead firms, and 10 business associations to support growth and resilience.
So I've been hired by the Bank of Industry to serve as an independent consultant, to have a one-day interaction with business owners, ranging from micro businesses to lead businesses, to find a way to, answer their questions regarding business difficulties and other related challenges they're facing. So in terms of understanding, I also appreciate the way the beneficiaries responded. Their listening, capacity was also admirable. I felt really understood. So I deeply appreciate Bank of Industry for coming up with this initiative. I appreciate Islamic Development Bank. I appreciate all the financial institutions as well for putting heads together to see that such an activity is brought to light and is executed also successfully.
The 3 pilot states for this project are Gombe, Edo, and Kano states respectively. Gombe State is a state in northeastern Nigeria. Geographically, the state is within the tropical West Sudanian savanna ecoregion. Economically, Gombe State is largely based around agriculture, mainly of sorghum, granules, millet, tomatoes, and yams crops. Fatima, Iklimatu, Ladi, Alimot, and Oyewale share their ordeals before Brave Women coming to Gombe and their joy with the presence of Brave Women.
Sunana dai na farko Ladi Muhammad Marafa, ni MD ne a wannan kamfani din. Ina sarrafa garin dan wake ne. Na fara wannan kasuwan ne saboda taimaki kaina da iyalina da kuma ƙasa baki ɗaya. Burin da na saka a wannan kasuwa tawa ba wani buri bane ba, iyaka dai in taimaka wa kaina din da kuma haɓaka tattalin arzikin ƙasa da kuma kawo ci gaba a ƙasa gabaki ɗaya. Aƙalla yanzu ina da ma'aikata 8 dai a ƙasa. Ya kawo ci gaba da yawa mana, tun da yanzu akwai wanda na ɗaɗɗauka aiki suna taimakawa kansu har su taimaki wani. Da ake gana akwai ci gaba sosai a kansa. Ƙalubale kamar yanzu lokacin da aka yi COVID-19 ɗin nan, na shiga ƙalubale da yawa. Kasancewa ko ina a kulle, to sana'ar sai ta ɗan tsaya haka, to kin ga irin wannan da sauran, sannan kuma da tsadan kayayyaki. Abun da ya sa na dace akan in yi wannan abun brigament ɗin, saboda dama a ciki sun yi bayanai sun ce za su taimaka wa masu ƙananan masana'antu. So naga kuma ni ɗin ina wannan sana'a ɗin, ina sana'a ɗin, so shine sai na ce to bari ni ma na sha'awa, bari in yi wannan abun ko Allah zai sa in dace a cikin wannan tsari nasu na tallafawa ƙananan masana'antu ɗin. team ɗin recruitment ka ai daga kan conduct officers na Gombe har zuwa gaba ɗaya Azas ɗin duka ba abin da za mu ce sai dai mu ce godiya, kuma wani abin ma sai Allah ne zai muku godiya a kai, saboda gaskiya kuna iya ƙoƙarin ku duk abin da ya kamata kuna yi, sai dai mu ce mun gode Allah kuma ya saka da alkhairi.
I'm Fatima Chade Hassan. I'm the owner of Universal Spring Hill Academy. I started my business in September 2019. I do some research and then found this area that they are lacking a school like ours. So I came here and bought this place. My goal is to give the qualitative, morals, education, and the best I can give to the students around here. I think we are giving the best. For me to just come here and see how students are learning is a success. There are some challenges. The blacksmiths, is it the blacksmiths that are around us? They used to burn the stones with tire, so dust used to affect us. So 2020 and stroke 2021 was the most difficult year for us because we just started 2019. It was shared to me by a friend through WhatsApp groups, and they are willing to help us. So that's what made me to apply. I have benefited a lot because sometimes when we bought things, we don't used to record them up to date, but Brave Women has made me to go through anything that was operated within my school. We used to record it and put it in place. Brave Women has really came to me when I need them. So I don't have the guts just to say thank you alone. I just wish Brave Women success.
My name is Kolapo Alema, CEO, Princess Fashion School and Variety Store. I train people and I sew different type of materials. I started my business since 2018. What motivated me to go into this business is plenty. I want to be the best of the best. At least within how many years that I'm into this work, I've trained more than 50 coppers. Okay, plenty challenges. As I see me now, I have the vision that okay, this is not where I'm going. I've not reached where I'm going. But you know, in this life, without money, there are some things that cannot be possible. And without backup, without help from someone, I want to become a brave woman that they are talking about. That let people be hearing my name everywhere. Oh, so person. No. Princess Fashion, then even America, everywhere. That is what motivates. When they say brave, that is what motivated me. Okay, brave. I'm a brave woman and I want to be a brave woman. That is what motivated me. Plenty things. I achieved a lot. When you talk of business, I've been doing this business. For my mind, I'm gaining on knowing that there are some laws that I did not put eyes on. This our machine, it depreciates. But before we go to Brave Woman, we were like, okay, we are making money, we are making money. We are not removing the depreciating stuff. I've achieved a lot that I'm always happy of being part of this Brave Woman because the lecture, the everything, and a big thanks to our consultants.
My name is Iklimatu Abubakar Ramalan. I'm the founder and the CEO of Ikramira Technology. It was founded in 2017 between the ICT and the people living here. There is gap. In this world today, if you don't have ICT knowledge, you are left behind. I want to be like the first known female in this state that is giving out ICT knowledge and then empowering women. I have that in mind too, empower women in ICT sector. At the beginning, we have fund challenges because we don't have an office. We used to do it like when we are free, when we have time, we do it. But now that we have office, we have overcome that challenge. I feel like it will be an opportunity for me to expand my business. I will have to say a big thank you for this program. This is a huge impact you are impacting on people, because I think without this, most businesses, I don't know how they would end up, because this is a big rescue.
My name is Sadia Abdurrashid Oyewale. I'm a pharmacist and I'm the managing director of the premise, Sarash Pharmacy Limited. It was registered in the year 2005, but commenced full operation, let's say around 2010. As a woman, I believe all women are caregivers. So maybe I have a passion for health, right from my upbringing. Maybe from secondary school, I was a health prefect. So that inspired me to study pharmacy, to provide access to genuine drugs. This business is populated by guys, by men. Maybe 80% or 90% are owned by men. And we have reproductive health issues that, as a lady or as a woman, you might not want to talk to the male partner, the male professional. So people like me being in the business, at least I'm able to service some female clients. They'll feel more comfortable, and then they'll be able to relate with you well to achieve their health goals. Challenges, basically, almost every pharmacy faces challenges of expiries. And this could be due to a lot of factors. Well, maybe I'll say my resilience in the business. I feel if I've been keeping up this long, despite the challenges, I could do better. So, and doing better means accessing more funds. For instance, this premise right now, initially it used to be a very strategic location. But right now, due to developmental issues and some other factors, it's kind of off the way. So I want to take the business to where the people are, where the population is, for it to boost the business and then make healthcare more accessible to those people. During the training, at least, I really gained a lot in terms of enlightenment on probably things that maybe I hadn't been doing optimally, like my record keeping, my accounting methods. Yeah. Well, I want to say it's a good initiative. They are looking to us women. Yeah, because we know that in this part of the world, women are not really strong financially, so we struggle to pull through. So for them to bring up this initiative, I think it's an excellent one. So I'll say thank you to them.
My name is Usman Amos. I am the State Project Officer for the Brave Women Nigerian project here in Gombe. I think the key and major challenge is issues around financing. Financing that, especially for to start up or scaling up their businesses, access to finance is a major challenge. And then secondly, infrastructural deficit here in the state, talking in the area of electricity. Of course, you know, every business needs electricity to thrive, and also issues around insecurity. You know that Gombe shares a boundary with Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe. These states are states that are seriously affected by the activities of the non-state armed group here in the northeast. So the influx of these persons into these states, it's increased the dependency ratio on this WSME. By so doing, it makes them spend money they would have saved or plow back into their businesses. They spend this money trying to attend to the number of the dependency on them. On a scale of 10, I want to say 8/10. Reason being that This is just a pilot test of the project in Nigeria, particularly Gombe, Edo, and then Kano. Of course, you agree with me that the 3 states mentioned, Gombe is the one that is at a disadvantaged position. But still at that, the project will target 600 WSMEs across the 3 states. Now, if you are to share them evenly, that's about 200 per state. Gombe is able to pick out about 186 WSME presently, including lead firms, out of 200. That's, to me, it's about, let's say, 85% of the total target. For Gombe to have had such a target, considering the fact that I mentioned some challenges earlier, I think, to me, it has really made a good impact. Yeah, the project will impact on the state positively if the grant is being given. Now, if the WSME assess these grants, one, they don't just increase or scale up their businesses, they employ additional hands. By the time they employ additional hands, they've taken somebody off the street who would have been constituting nuisance. By so doing, someone has gotten a livelihood. Livelihood in the sense that you now have the means to secure the basic necessity of food, and then even above the basic necessity.
Edo State is located in the southern region of Nigeria. The state's capital and city, Benin City, is the 4th largest city in Nigeria and the center of the country's rubber industry. The state produces crude oil and other mineral resources like limestone and quarry. Idowu, Isimeme, Osinachi, Onyekachi, and Jed Soje share their ordeals before brave women coming to Edo State and their joy with the presence of brave women.
My name is Idowu Mary, and I'm the creative director for the brand Threadbox Packet. I would say professionally or officially was in 2018, November 2018. Okay, I would say my love for fashion actually motivated me into tailoring, or fashion designing as they call it now. So basically my goal was to bring people's idea to reality, to make people look beautiful, comfortable and confident in their looks. Okay, presently we have 7 of us now. And the way this fashion thing goes, today you're more, tomorrow you could be less. Having been able to bring my ideas into reality, I also realized that I could make a lot of money out of it, considering the fact that corporate jobs are limited. I don't think I have any competitors. I just focus on myself and I don't see anyone else, basically. We have grown tremendously and would also like to give God the glory for that as well. You know, we started from where we were 2018 and where we are now 2022. There has been growth in all aspects of the business, both in our skills, in our labor, in our finances, in our work, in our space. I would say some of our challenges are staffing, human labor. The year 2020, the pandemic year, I would say it was tough. Although we weren't doing anything at some point, you know, all through the lockdown, we were home, and then the face masks thing came up, and then we tried to, you know, start up with that again. Then we started making ready-to-wear pieces because there were no longer functions, although people just needed things they could wear to just basic places. So we ventured into ready-to-wear as well, and then from there the business started picking up, places started opening up, activities started springing forward, and the business just started rolling again. Brave Women in Nigeria, it was from a friend, a colleague in the fashion industry. So he saw me and was like, oh, take this number, you know, call this person up, I think this will benefit you. And I did. The motivation was my vision. You know, you have the vision, but sometimes you don't have the resources, you know, to drive that vision. And then I saw it as an opportunity to be able to meet up some lapses. outside the money, the training alone, I think it can take anybody to the next level. So I want to say a very big thank you to them.
Hi, my name is Isimeme White, and I work for Genius Up. Basically, what we are into is human capital development and mass production of garments and wigs. So it's a center that is certified by NAPTEP, and we have 31 skills. We want to be everywhere in Africa, intentionally everywhere. We want to raise more women, we want to raise more young people. We want to tell the world that Nigeria have aspirational young people, have the energy, have the brain. Staff with Genius Up, we are 26 in number. So, but by the special grace of God, we've been able to reach out to over 8,000 plus beneficiaries that have gone through our program. But for us, Genius Up, because we have office in Kano, we have office in Lagos, we have office here in Benin City. So we have 26 staff working with us. By the special grace of God, we have success stories from all our beneficiaries that are doing well. We are very excited, and coming on board to Brave again, we are super excited because this will change a lot of things again. Albert was shared on Exporter Cluster. So what I did was to run with it and gather our beneficiaries, start to tell them about the program, and went online to confirm how authentic, how true is the program. So did that little research, and when I was satisfied with what I saw, I quickly mobilized our beneficiaries to also benefit from it. Okay, we're used to it. Like I said, this is Genius Up. Genius Up take advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. We are like magnets to opportunities. So we are used to opportunities like Brave. So we are super grateful to Brave, and we need more of Brave to come our way. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be part of the project. Now we've been trained. We've been trained on business continuity plan, recovery plan, and these are very powerful tools that will help us sustain all we do at Genius Up. So Brave, we want to keep thanking them. We can't stop thanking them, and we're grateful for the opportunity they brought to us on the platter of gold.
I am Jetsuji Emoji Voki Juwana, and my business name is Gender Farms and Feeds Nigeria Limited. I'm a farmer by profession. I've been in farming for about 10 years now. I love the livestock. Maybe the fact that you get a day old and you see it grow, there's joy, especially in both the broiler raising and the layer raising. The vision spurred me into the poultry industry, and I wanted to give people healthy food on their table. And livestock is a good source of protein. So that was, if I could be proficient in just my little way, then I'm feeding some Nigerians healthy food on the protein, especially on their table. So that was my drive, and I think I've been able to achieve it even in my little corner. Yes, I have about 8 workers. I have about 8 workers. I have because I have about 3 sites. I have my sales point where we are doing this interview. I have the main farm, which is the capacity of about 5,000 beds. Then I have an annex presently. So that's the 3. So that's where we have all the workers. So I have about 8 workers presently. Then the big time farmers, those people are major competitors, because, for example, the industry is all about numbers. The more you have, the more profit you make. So we can't, as a small timer, you can't compete with the big timers, those that have about 100 and 200, maybe 500,000 beds. We were going very good before the pandemic. But the pandemic, I tell you, it wasn't easy at all. It had a blow on all aspects. So the poultry industry was not left out. Yes, like the challenges we have are so much. in the sector. But I can just mention a few. One is the low quality of feed. Even in the production of eggs, you give your layer and you see that the eggs, you have to be adding supplements and trying to add herbs and all those ones to help boost the size of your egg. So that's one of the challenges we have. As a poultry farmer, I'm a member of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, and in one of our monthly meetings, a representative was brought to come and speak to us about Brave Women. So that was where we got to know about it and we followed it up. In attempt to be able to expand and to meet the needs of the people around, not just my immediate family, I help the workers, then the people I put protein on their table, families I put protein on their table. So in attempt to meet that need, one needs help. And that's the reason why we are embracing Brave Women for this initiative to help. And we've seen that they've done a lot. Yes, I want to say a big thank you. Because if you think you know something and somebody comes to tell you that you don't know, a wise person will want to sit down and think of, okay, let me see how I can do it better. So Brave Women, I want to say thank you because they've actually talked personally to me to tell me personally that I have not been running my business well. So it was an opportunity to evaluate myself with the business plan, with a business continuity plan. And that's one key, that business continuity plan. I have been, since I started that training, I've been implementing it. I now know that because I felt if I'm not there, the business will not sustain. So at the end of the day, it affects my health because I feel I have to be here, and the farm is far from the business, the sales location. But Brave Women has made me understand that I can be where I am and my business can run and it can be effective.
Okay, my name is Dr. Nyekachi Madbata. I'm the CEO of Glovera Eye Center Limited. Here is eye care facility. We examine examine the eye. We treat the eye. Our treatment regimen ranges from using glasses, contact lens, drug, prescription. We also involve in low vision and orthoptics. Then we also carry out eye health education that is trying to enlighten people about their eyes, what they should do, the kind of life that they should live to really keep their eye healthy. Our Global Eye Center was incorporated in August 2017. We started operation 2018. So we are just like 4 years old in the industry. So when I finished school and I finished this, though I worked somewhere, but I wanted to practice fully. Then I also wanted to involve others by creating, because I know that if I should create out something, I should be able to also empower people. Like there are some people that are working with us here. So also creating job opportunity for them and also caring for people's eye and also fulfilling that, having that fulfillment of what I studied. So that is my key motivation of entering into the business of eye care. Our goal here is to deliver effective, efficient, and low-cost services and accessibility, that people will come, they will have access to eye care health. Presently, I have 3 permanent staff. So with me, we are 4. Then we have 2 part-time staff. There's a doctor that comes on some days. She comes and consults and go. We started with nothing, but at least today we have a few instruments that we can really use to attend to those primary eye care delivery, primary eye care services that we are to deliver. The challenges that we are facing, one is a lack of some basic equipment. Like in a making of eyeglass, yes, we examine a patient depending on what the person needs. We treat with drugs, we treat with medicated glasses and contact lens or whatever, depending on what the person needs. Like in making of the eyeglass, by the time we finish examining the person, we have written down the prescription. There is a process that this eyeglass should go for it to come out so that somebody will wear it and everything will be perfect. But that optical dispensary unit, we don't have it yet. And it's it's a critical operation that we need in the facility. 2020 is really a year that nobody planned for because nobody knew that anything like that was going to happen. But when it happened, we have to devise a means of containing the impacts. So it reduced the inflow of patients, which also reduced our financial inflow. 2020 was really a year that nobody planned for, but we have to do some things to ameliorate the impacts that caused. Brave Women, a friend called my attention to it, that I should go to search for it on Facebook. So, and I did. I saw the application. The first, I was thinking that it's one of these things, but I have to go when I saw that it has a connection with BOI, Back of Industry. I have to go to Back of Industry, and they told me yes, that is how I got to know about Brave Women, and I made my application. Okay, when I saw the application and I saw the contents of the projects, that's one, they're going to they'll be giving a matching grant, which I know that it will really help me in my business. And again, there will be capacity building, which means that they're really going to hold our hand in this business. They're like not just only giving grants, but trying to monitor you, helping you to grow. So this is really the major motivation, especially that aspect of helping you to grow, not just giving you the grants and leaving you like that, but helping you to grow, providing all the necessary guidelines. I really want to thank Brave Women for this project, for remembering us in Edo State. I want to thank them for what they have done so far, for the capacity, for the training so far, because it has really made us to see our loopholes in the business. And also, I also want to thank them in advance for the matching grant, because I know that it's really going to help me in a big way in my business growth.
I am Mrs. Gloria Osinachi, and by the grace of God, I'm the proprietress and director of study of this great school, Refined Kiddies Montessori School. We started in the year 2015, September 2015. We started very small, and this year will make it 7th year of our existence. And by God's grace, we've grown over the years. I'm someone that I love children, and teaching is something I've always been doing right from when I was a child. After my secondary school days, then after secondary school, while you are waiting for your WAEC and your JAMB result to come out, so I engaged myself in teaching services. So even after my graduation from the university, I still went back to teaching. So when I discovered that I have passion, it's something I have passion in. I love teaching children. So that's why I decided to go into educational services fully. And my goals were, to make sure any child that comes to my school or comes around me is always different. Okay, I have a total of about 25 employees under me, both full-time and part-time, of which about 70% are females. So that's why I feel this Brave Women is a good platform for me, because by the time we are empowered, we'll employ more females in the educational industry. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm just there on my own, to make a difference. Well, first of all, it's the passion that is driving me, not really the money. But although the money has to come in, because I put in money, therefore I have to get back, profit or income. To some extent, we are doing well, but we are not there yet. You know, success is a journey, it's not a destination. So we strive to achieve more each year as we grow. School business of a thing is capital intensive, you know, because you don't really get your return at the beginning stage. It's after some time when the school grows, that's when you start getting income or returns. You have to invest a lot. And it's the standard of your school that will determine the class, the type of customers, and the number of students you have. COVID year was, you know, it was terrible. It was really, really, really terrible, you know. It was, I think, school stopped March, second section. And as at then, most of the parents did not pay. And we went into online. But most of the parents, they were not ready to comply. They were like, they are going to spend money on data and the rest. They saw it as a stress. But the few parents were able to carry along. We carried them along till school resumed. I saw it on a platform of one of my mentors, Mrs. Sola Okumpolo. She's a proprietress of Our Lady of Hope Montessori School at Festy Secular Road. I'm a fan, I follow her on Facebook. So when I saw, she was part of those that inaugurated Brave Project here in Benin. So when I saw it, I was like, this woman, she's a woman of integrity. And I know she will not do anything that is kind of dubious. So when I told my husband about it, I looked at this Brave stuff, I was like, it's calm, don't do it. I was like, this woman, I know her, she's a woman of integrity. So I saw, she posted the link on her Facebook page. And so that was how I filled the form. So my school is 6 years old. And I've grown to this extent with my own fund. I won't say with my own fund, but with funds generated from the school. So if I should have external fund coming in, to go a long way to help the school. They've done so much. I didn't expect it, you know. Last December, they organized a seminar for us and they trained us on how to develop our business continuity plan. I've never heard anything like that in my life before. That was the first time. And they trained us for 2 days. Our center, we were over 100 women. And they took care of us for 2 days, breakfast and lunch. It's not easy. I know they've invested a lot. You know, I want to commend them for this platform, and they should continue and they should not be discouraged.
Firstly, women have been known to be very resilient and very committed in whatsoever they do. They can go all out to provide support for their family, and which of course has been cascaded to their businesses. So for that reason, BOI has been very, very positive in trying to support women that have decided to go into business. I believe the advent of the great women is more or less for me a round peg in a round hole, because the bank over the years has built its capacity, has upgraded its facility, and also put necessary tips in order to be able to manage such program when it comes. So for me, the Brave Women program is like a morale booster for Bank of Industry. I think, firstly, it's very surprising. It was actually very surprising for me to know that Edo State has been selected as one of the 3 pilot states. And not just being part of the 3 pilot states in Nigeria, but the only state that was selected in the entire southern Nigeria. So it's something that is of, I think it's well appreciated. We appreciate it, and we are not going to take it for granted. We'll go all out to achieve the purpose the program is meant for.
Not every businessman or every businesswoman, in the case of Brave Women, have the lump sum to procure equipment, to pay staff, to do running costs like rent and the rest. So access to finance is something that is critical. And let me just also use the opportunity to thank institutions like the Bank of Industry for what they are doing, giving out loans, and also other donors like ISDB, the World Bank, and Wi-Fi. Secondly would be access to information, so lack of information. And for me, this stems from adaptability. We've seen cases where some business women are finding it hard to adapt. So when I mean adapt, I'm talking about technology, because it has come to stay, whether you like it or not. So when you don't adapt to what is on now, so for instance, I'll talk about digital marketing, we'll talk about e-commerce and the rest, you stand out to lose some opportunities that are there. So getting to know, because almost everything is online. So even if you apply for a loan, even for the brave women, it's online, right? So you stand out to lose out for opportunities. So that is also key, right? This is the pilot phase of the project. It's the first phase of the project. And myself, personally, I've been involved in social work, and I will tell you, most of the times when we roll out projects, we barely even get 50 beneficiaries, barely even get 100, 50, 100, sometimes 20. I know of an international NGO that did a project last year, and they only got 2 beneficiaries from Africa, right? So you are looking at Edo State, and we are even streamlining it. So we are saying, okay, only women-owned or women-led businesses. And they're also still streamlined just to 5 sectors. So we're talking about energy, health, education, agribusiness, and textile. So you see, we've already cut out so many business and so many potential beneficiaries. Yet, we were able to gather, I think, almost 400 applications from Edo State in just 2 months of call for applications. And after that, of course, we have to shortlist, remove some people that are not qualified anyways. And as I speak with you now, I think we have over 187 beneficiaries. The indirect impact is enormous, right? In terms of giving back to the society and giving back to beneficiaries. And also, we look from the government side, we know they're interested in tax levies. So you are doing more, you are growing as a business, you are paying more tax, you are paying more levies, you are paying more permits. So someone that is doing, for instance, like a small scale business may not need SON permit, that is Standard Organization of Nigeria permit. But once you've increased, you will not need that permit. So that is revenue for the government as well. That will also trickle back to the economy. So I feel is an all-round benefit for both the beneficiaries and for Edo State.
Kano State is one of the 36 states of Nigeria, located in the northern region of the country. According to the national census done in 2006, Kano State is the most populous in Nigeria, also named the Center of Commerce. Kano is the commercial and investment hub of northern Nigeria and the largest non-oil and gas economy in Nigeria, with a GDP of approximately $13 billion, with unemployment rate of 17%, and women holds 14% of the 17%. Sayada, Aisha, Mariam, Fatima, and Habiba share their ordeals before brave women coming to Kano and their joy with the presence of brave women.
I'm Sayada Mariam Sida Ali, Managing Director, CEO, Sayada Nigeria Enterprises, and I'm into fashion and design and already made. I started my business 2009 before I got my CAC registration. I got my CAC registration, I think 3 years ago, but I started my business before the registration. You know women these days, we always wear a dress. And sometimes when you take your dress to a tailor, it's hardly you get it in time. That's why I decided to go and learn how to sew. The goals I have in mind is to help people to achieve their goals and to help myself and others. And I have so many customers because I know how to sew, so I've been getting customers all the time. That's why I decided to join that business. We have those people that are better than me because they have so many machines, so many different design machines where I don't have it. But moreover, I used to get my own customers, but they are better than me, in fact. I've achieved a lot in my company. I have achieved a lot because I have trained so many people. It's also an achiever. My challenges is because of the so many machines that I don't have, that modern machines and others. I don't have those ones, so that's the challenges, because if I get them, I know everything will be okay. I heard about Brave Woman in radio station, TV. I applied because they said they want to help women alone in their business. Example, with the small scales. What I would say to brave women, I will only pray for them, because they have brought an achievement to us, because they want to help with the small scales. So I only pray that God will let them go up, 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 up.
The name of my company is Pelican Oil Limited. I want to be like Aliko Dangote, do something that somebody would want, go into something that everybody requires what you need. And then I realized that whenever I cook, people like my soups. And the secret to my soups were because they were made with palm oil. Well, my goals were one, to be a one-stop shop for people to get oil. I wanted people to get pure, unadulterated, organic oil, healthy eating. I do groundnut, soybean, palm oil, coconut oil, as well as palm kernel oil. So for my palm oil, I have two other byproducts. I have palm oil, I have palm kernel, and the black palm kernel. 2020 and 2021 were pandemic years. 2020 was worse than 2021. There was a lot of lockdown. Business was not very good. We were not able to move around, we were not able to get raw materials. So it hindered our movement and our production a great deal. I was called up and my name was given to attend the first I think the introductory seminar in June or July. Maybe because I've been in business in Kano. Maybe my name fell out and I was given a letter to be part of the seminar that was introducing Brave. And that's how I found out about Brave. Well, it's one, a lot of people in the north are looking for funding, but we're looking for interest-free funding. And there's a lot of funding out there, but a lot of people are not accessing it. Not in northern Nigeria, because they are avoiding interest since it's against our religion a great deal. Well, it's a good initiative.
My name is Fatima Abakar Abdullahi. I'm a caterer. The name of my organization is AMNIF Interior and Wedding Decoration, AMNIF Restaurant and Catering Services. I started my business 2006. I registered my business 2009. I have passion for decorating places. I have passion in cooking. Permanent staff, I think we have almost 10. Temporary staffs, which are normally those that come for catering services. We only hire them when there's need for catering services. I think we have over 50 people. We have a lot of challenges. And the prices that are inflating now is, today you see tomato is 200 naira and tomorrow it will be 500 naira. And some of the season, so many challenges in terms of the commodities that we normally buy. These are our major challenges in the business. 2020 was a close down because I didn't venture into the online catering services, because I normally do catering services for events and restaurants have closed down. It was a very, very challenging part of it. We really lose a lot of revenue. But for 2021, alhamdulillah, it was a success, alhamdulillah. I had Brave Women through WhatsApp. I took it upon myself. I went to the radio station. I had a program on Brave Women. And alhamdulillah, we guide so many women to go and they've been shortlisted. I need expansion. I'm into catering services. I once and twice. I have some few restaurants which there are a lot of problems. We vacated from the place. I need to have a very nice and standard restaurant right now. And these are the things that really motivated me, because I want to expand my business. These are some of the things that make me register with Brave Women. The project team are so wonderful. Our consultant is superb. With this knowledge that we have gotten, if we put it inside our business, I think we are going to, it's a lot of achievement, to be sincere, because I think this is what I'm supposed to do and this is what I'm going to do, inshallah.
I am one of the directors of Mina Foster's Global Ventures. We are a company that specializes in manufacturing and production of tiger nut into powdered drink form. For the past 10 years, we've been into this business, but the business became formalized 1st July 2019. I think the first motivation was the passion I have for business. And the second reason is to try to solve problems so that people can have can be more healthier and minimize or cut the intake of sophisticated chemicals. So far, we have 7 staff. 5 of them are women and 2 are men. I think since I have the passion of doing the business, and a lot of people are patronizing us, like the product because it's healthier and it's natural. So I decided to venture into the business formally. We have the challenge of raw materials because there is a specific species of raw material to be used in the production of the tiger nut. We have, staff issues. We have a lot of challenges. The COVID pandemic has really affected the business because our business was launched July 2019, and unfortunately, the pandemic came around or started, so we have to strategize and think of how to sustain the business, how to pay staff. I think what motivated me to apply to Brave Woman is the desire to grow. The Brave team are a fantastic team. Is an important project to entrepreneurs, most especially women like us. I learned a lot in Brave Women project.
So my name is Aisha Kwaku. I'm the CEO of Aisha Kwaku and Associates. So Aisha Kwaku and Associates is a Cisco networking academy, a leadership development academy, and we also offer business development services. So our core focus is actually on ICT trainings. So, well, we registered way back in 2013, but we didn't start full operations till 2017. That was when we started our first class. Before then, we were doing mostly charity free trainings for students from government schools. Okay, so we have about 10, both permanent staff as well as part-time staff. I have quite a few part-time staff. A lot of our facilitators come in part-time because I'm always looking for the best hands, and you can't really keep the best hands permanently always. So I have a pool of instructors that always come in and take different specializations. Well, I'll say that I thank God because right as at now, I will say that 60 to 70% or even more of the students that we have coming in are from referrals. So I term that a great success. If people are the ones going out to go and do the marketing for me, I think we're definitely doing something right. Well, I don't think there's any business without challenges. So of course there are challenges, and well, I think, shall I say, those are more of to do with the entire country or the entire economy. As of now, we're at a point whereby things are quite tight financially. If you're doing a good thing, you should have other people, in the system as well. So for now, I think we're perhaps the only functioning private Cisco networking academy in Kano as at the last time that I checked, but in many of the government institutions like Digital Bridge Institute, BUK, they're running some of the programs that we run as well. Wow, well, 2020 was a trying one. We had started a class, our CCNA class, which is one of our top classes that people demand for, and almost like halfway in between, we had to swing over to online mode because that's when all the COVID restrictions came about. So we were still continuing with our physical classes, but when there were movement restrictions and the panic was getting higher, and because of health, for safety reasons, we knew that we had to move online. But thank God, being an ICT firm, it wasn't so difficult for us to move to an online class. But even with that came challenges. So after training our students, the next thing is for us to lead them to do the industry certifications as well. So it's something that is along our value chain as well. So I saw this as a perfect opportunity. I'd been working towards it myself, and then I saw this opportunity from Brave Women, which I feel would complement my efforts and probably move me closer to my goal even faster. I appreciate the training so much. Prior to enrolling in the process and taking part in the training, I never really thought about a business continuity plan. Before, it would be acting in a responsive manner. Whenever maybe there are challenges or there are crises, we just respond as we go along. But now Brave Women came along and it said that we should have a plan, we should assign responsibilities. It made me to think really deep, and it has made me more prepared for crisis.
You would recall that Bank of Industry, being the oldest development finance institution in Nigeria, has the mandate of transforming Nigeria's industrial sector by providing financial support and business support services. So by doing this, we provide finance to enterprises, and we expect them to acquire technology or items of equipment to improve their businesses, and then they repay the loan over a certain number of years. So with the coming of Brave, Brave has the component of the training, which is the business continuity training, and then the matching grant component. So that has really come in timely for the bank, because the bank has been evolving over the years, and it has been looking into how to support female promoted businesses, and that is why it has a dedicated desk for gender business, which is operating out of Lagos. But for us at the state office, we also entertain gender requests. However, it's just for additional information, you should know that we have a specialized gender desk operating out of Lagos. So the activities of Brave would really complement the effort of BOI in providing financial intervention in the sector. So while that of BOI is a loan, that of Brave is a matching grant. My expectation would be that once Brave takes off in Kano and gets access to these enterprises, they would be imparted with the entrepreneurial knowledge which has always been lacking over the years, which we've observed. So apart from the knowledge, we would also expect that Brave would improve the skill set of these women, because you find or you come across women undertaking different kinds of businesses but lack basic accounting, basic bookkeeping skills. So with the coming of Brave, the expectation is that these skills would be imparted to these beneficiaries. So for those that do not qualify for the matching grant, at least they would have a very good takeaway of having the skills, new set of skills to encounter address challenges which they may encounter during the course of their businesses.
Working with women SMEs, especially here in northern part of Nigeria, in Kano, it's kind of interesting. However, there are challenges that they do face, and because of working with them, I have observed few challenges. Like number one, I think the major challenge is their inability to get fully recognized and registered with the relevant government regulatory bodies. So, and projects like this will not work with any entity that is not legally recognized by the government. So that's one of the key challenges women SMEs have here in Kano State. And lastly, that challenge, we cannot run away from it. That is the social and the social and cultural beliefs here. So it is believed here in northern Nigeria that women are not equal to men. So it's not everything that men can do, women too can get involved. So there is always a limit to where women-led or owned businesses can reach. So that's also a challenge here they face. So in a nutshell, I believe the Brave Women Project is highly accepted here in Kano State. And this project will have so many impacts here in Kano State. The most important one is the economic development. When people are supported, to enhance, to add value to their businesses, there will always be room for job creation. So once people, and also apart from that, the COVID-19 made so many people to lose their jobs. So with this kind of support, people will now have back their jobs.
Okay, so one thing I always tell everybody, or I like people to know, is that Brave is a global program. Global in the sense that it's not only taking place in Nigeria. It has a sister project in Yemen. The donors are considering, an additional country aside from Nigeria. So Brave is a global initiative funded by the Women Entrepreneurs Finance Initiative and has the Islamic Development Banking Group as the implementing partner. For us here in Nigeria, the Bank of Industry is the local executing agency on the project. The project is targeting areas in the country where there's fragility. So it's not the traditional, general support to business. It's supporting businesses that are in fragile contexts, environments, whether due to insecurity or economic turmoil, where business ideally isn't supposed to be able to, thrive. So the idea is that they've identified locations where there are, fragile context, but at the same time where things are still reasonably secure enough for business to be able to operate. So these are some of the criteria, but again, as I said, it's the government of Nigeria, and at very senior level that would have sat down, discussed and identified the best places, at least in this stage, for the implementation of the project. I'm happy to say there's been a lot of interest, there's been a lot of excitement, even beyond, the states, which is good news. Because obviously what that means is by the time our government and the donors get back to the table, particularly when we get, and that's the thing, when, not if, when we succeed in this phase of the project, there's now room to look at how we can expand this kind of support to other states in the country.
With this grand facility and a strong coaching support, the beneficiaries of the Brave initiative will be able to establish their various businesses and thrive in their fields. After 6 months, Brave Women Nigeria will revisit these beneficiaries to see how the financial and capacity building support has impacted their businesses. Brave Women Nigeria is funded by the Women Entrepreneurs Finance Initiative and is implemented by the Islamic Development Bank and the ICD, with the Bank of Industry as a local executing agency.